Hi everybody, and today I'm making the dynamic duo from the hit JRPG series Mario and Luigi. I'm making these guys to commemorate the release of Mario and Luigi Brothership on the Switch, which is why I wanted to have these guys done by around the time the game releases. This gives me a little over a week to finish these guys. This is going to be a challenge, but I want to increase my upload rate anyways, so this will be a trial run. Anyways, without further ado, showtime! For the base figures, I'm just going to use a Jack-specific Mario and Luigi action figure. And for the 3D model, I obviously couldn't grab the in-game models since the game isn't even out yet while I'm working on this. Instead, I bought a look-alike 3D model of Mario and Luigi in the style I was looking for. The models were decent, but I did have to make some adjustments to match the newer feel, mostly just making the eyes bigger. Let me send this to my resin printer, and we got this back. And they turned out perfectly. I also printed this accessory, as well as some extra handprints. Now onto the sculpting. The sculpting was super easy since I only had to remove detail instead of add them, since the Mario and Luigi games simplify the designs quite a bit. However, for some reason, the base for the Luigi figure I got doesn't have shoe articulation, but the Mario does. This inconsistency was really bothering me, so I decided to buy another Mario action figure and then cut off the shoes and then glue them back onto Luigi. Then I would use epoxy to smooth out the cut. It looks good to me, but it's bizarre that Luigi doesn't just come with shoe articulation like Mario does. Next, I sanded down the details and sculpted these Mickey Mouse looking buttons. After that, I modified the print by sculpting off Mario's mouth and replacing Luigi's neck with this joint so he can look up and down.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Next up is the painting. Now, this was the hardest part. The first layers were easy enough. I wanted to match the colors of Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story since that's personally my favorite in the series. This involved more of a muted color scheme, which helped these guys stand out a lot more from just the regular Mario Bros design. While I'm painting, I just wanted to express how happy I am that the Mario and Luigi series is back from the grave. Ever since Alpha Dream went bankrupt, I assumed the series would go down with the ship. However, with this newest game, the series looks stronger than ever, and Nintendo seems to have hired a lot of former Alpha Dream staff to work on this project. I can't wait to play Brothership for myself. Painting the skin was easy enough, but I did have to slow down for the mustache and for the eyes. For the extra details, I'm using these Derwent colored pencils. For the hammers, I used a metallic silver color and mixed it with gray. And one of these extra hands I printed is meant to hold these things. The hammers are a bit heavy, which causes the figures to be really top heavy, but visually I think they turned out great. Now that the base paint layer is finished, I'm going to apply some Mr. Super Clear matte finish. This helps with the paint chipping and also gives a Figma style finish to the figures. Now the figures look good enough already, but I'm trying to match the figures to the watercolor aesthetic of their official artwork, and this was also a request I got from this Instagram account. For this technique, I'm going to use something called dry brushing, which is an older technique I learned from my Ridley action figure back in the day. Basically, I only put a tiny bit of paint onto my brush and then wipe it off. And after that, I apply what's left on the brush by heavily beating the crap out of it. So yeah, for dry brushing, don't use a brush that you actually like. Anyways, I applied the darker shades onto the shadows, especially the middle of the overalls here. And for the buttons. So, without further ado, Roll the money shot. So yeah, that's Mario and Luigi. I really enjoyed making these guys. They didn't really take that long and they look really awesome. But that's it for now. New Smash Custom coming soon.